My name is Vishal. I'm the founder of the Growth Flow, and I really wanted to share this thing which we actually implemented for one of our brands. And I'm sure you might be taking a lot of valuable insights from this. So this is what we'll be discussing: how to grow any business who rely on leads to 8 figures in just 6 months using a perfect funnel system. So this is the exact system that we implemented for one of our clients and who did almost 8 figures in just 20 days. Not even 6 months, just 20 days. So if you own a business, plan to start a business, having a decent business, maybe you're in real estate, travel, doctor, interior designer, or anyone who needs the leads, right? Yeah, that's why I'm writing. That's embarrassing, I know. But yeah, just bear with me. So if you own anything who needs leads on a day-to-day basis, just listen to this. So this is the perfect funnel system that we integrated, and how the question is कि actually में ये हमें funnel मिला कैसे, right? So I'm sure if you have tried running ads before, या if you have tried working with an agency, if you have tried hiring a freelancer who run the ads on your behalf, right? And you expect कि leads आ जाएंगे. This is something that we've been using as well for a lot of time. As in, when you onboarded clients earlier, when we were starting out, we used to do the same thing. I wanted to walk you through the process. So I'm sure आप भी कुछ ऐसे कुछ कर रहे होगे. So it's like people start running the ads, could be Facebook, Google, right? And they start sending traffic through maybe WhatsApp channel, right? Maybe they start sending traffic onto the landing pages. Maybe they'll start sending traffic on Facebook and Instagram itself. So होता क्या? So whenever you run the ad, people will see the ad, they'll click on the ad, and एक form खुल जाएगा अगर Facebook, Instagram में, and वहाँ पर लोग फॉर्म भर देंगे, and you get the information, right? Second option is basically sending them on a WhatsApp message. वो हाय हेलो करके कुछ भेजेंगे, then your team will actually try to redirect, उनसे बात करोगे, follow up करोगे, right? And third one is landing page. So landing page में लोग जाएंगे, उसको पढ़ेंगे, उसका at the end अपनी information देंगे. So problem with this type of marketing, it used to work really great back in 2020, but if I talk about in 2025, what happens is इसके अंदर जो सबसे important चीज़ है, that is what is the response time of a telecalling lead. Let's say lead आती है आज and आपकी टीम सुबह कॉल कर रही है 10 बजे, क्योंकि आपकी जो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग टीम है, they give you the leads on a Google sheet या Excel को डाउनलोड करके देते हैं. So problem with this type of marketing is it's very slow and ये make or break situation होता है. So according to statistics, it says कि if you reach out the lead within first 30 seconds, there is a high probability of closing the lead. But जैसे जैसे टाइम बढ़ता जाता है, the chances of losing the lead is much more higher. So it all relies on the call part. And even let's say your sales team is good, your response time is crazy, and you're getting the leads to dial back within a few minutes, right? But problem क्या आती है? So this is something you might be hearing from your sales team as well, कि वो कहेंगे कि नंबर्स नहीं लग रहे हैं, या फिर नंबर्स इनकरेक्ट है, या फिर से कि बच्चे ने फ़ोन उठाया, दिल से कि नहीं हमने फॉर्म नहीं भरा है, क्वालिटी वर्क हो रहा है. So what is the problem it boils down to? That is, what is missing is MQL, something known as marketing qualified lead. Means whatever lead that is coming into your plate, they are not nurtured enough. They don't know who you are, what you do, what you offer, since how long you're doing it, right? So ultimately, sales team needs to do a lot of heavy lifting. उनको समझाना पड़ता है, नर्चरिंग करनी पड़ती है, चीज़ें बतानी पड़ती है, follow-ups, and it goes on and on, right? So जो भी पूरा potential है, everything goes into the leakage. कहीं से कुछ भी close नहीं हो रहा है, right? And I'm sure ये सब देखने के बाद, I'm sure you can relate to it. You might be struggling with these 3 problems. The first problem is all about the अगर ये सारे सिस्टम अच्छे से काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम could be less number of leads. Let's say you have a good sales team and you need maybe 200 or 300 leads a month. But जब सिस्टम अच्छा नहीं है, everything is breaking on a day-to-day basis, आप just leads नहीं कमाएंगे, right? So system is not reliable. Second, even if you're generating leads, the cost per lead will be much higher. So let's say if you think कि मेरे को cost per lead 100 रुपये आनी चाहिए, but just because you have a broken system, so your cost per lead would be ultimately 500 rupees, right? And third, which is the most important problem, that is poor quality of leads. So what happens? Poor quality is something which we really emphasize upon, because we don't want our sales team to do a lot of heavy lifting just because marketing is not doing its part. So this was the exact system that we were struggling with, the same thing, right? And what happened and how it actually changed? And we used to think that ये ना marketing ऐसा हो गया, everyone is doing the same thing, same strategy, and we were like कि Facebook ads से results नहीं आएंगे. Then we shifted to Google. Then Google will be same issues. Then we shifted to LinkedIn. Then we shifted to, so ultimately what happened, we started bouncing from channels to channels. And one day I met Sanidhya. So Sanidhya is a friend of mine. He's a Facebook ads expert who owns almost 82,000 followers in the online space. And what we did, we basically discussed about the same problem. And he told me, Vishal, जो भी बड़े brands are, people who are actually running the ad, having a full system, people who are making crazy money, the industry giants, they are not using the same old strategy. कि एड चला के व्हाट्सएप में भेजना, लैंडिंग पेज में भेजना, फिर Instagram पे भेजना, right? So what happened, he told me कि उनके पास एक system है, and that was my moment कि we need to have a system, something which is proven. Then what I did, he and me and Sanita, we sat down, we discussed what are the new strategies that they have been using, and there was this perfect funnel system that we figured it out कि ये इंडिया के हिसाब से इसको रिवाइज करना पड़ेगा. People were using it outside the India, but when it comes to the Indian market, a lot of gaps were still there, right? Leakages are there, and they were still struggling with these problems. We improvised it, we used it in our own brand, and we used it for our clients as well. And what happened actually, so you'll see a case study that we have recently posted on the YouTube as well. There are one of our clients did almost 8 figures in just 20 days using that same perfect funnel system. So क्या था वो system? I'll be walking through that, and I hope you can copy it, the whole funnel. You can try it by your own hands, right? So I'll be talking about the funnel, and we'll see how you can help. So this was the exact funnel that we implemented for one of the brands and a lot of businesses who use the perfect funnel system. So if I will give you the walkthrough, so क्या होगा? So here we actually run the ads for Facebook and Google. So a lot of time people just run random videos, random images. So what we do, we have worked with so many brands out there. We know exactly what sort of creatives are working, what sort of copywritings are working, and we use a specific format to actually catch the attention, which is hook, and we make sure that people who watch the full video. That's why we use the second option, that is story, and last is we make them the offer to take certain action. So this is the exact format that we use to catch the attention, tells what we have to offer, and what will make them to actually take the action. So whether it's Facebook, Google, Instagram, कोई सा भी channel होता है, we use this high converting framework. If you notice, all of the ads that we've been running for our clients, for us, use this similar framework, which will ultimately help us to generate better traffic onto the whole funnel. And problem number one was it will be easily solved by this framework, which is less number of leads. So once you have enough amount of people going through your sales funnel, you'll be able to generate enough number of leads. Second is a high cost per lead. So what we do, whenever someone goes onto a landing page, हम लोग यहाँ पे gift का option देते हैं. Gift could be anything, could be a valuable resource, could be anything which we in exchange for the information. Could be उनके email ID हो गया, उनका phone number हो गया, and we also use one video. So video से होता क्या? Basically it's nurturing part. In the old funnel, your telecaller used to do the nurturing part. उनको चीज़ें के बारे में बताना, हम क्या करते हैं, क्या offer करते हैं, what we have to offer. But in the online space in 2025, it's the video that we've been using to actually nurture the leads who are the right fit for us. And there is a call to action. And if you notice, there is a same framework, hook, story, and offer. So that is the same format that we use in terms of landing pages as well, to make sure people just go through the landing page. It shouldn't be like the landing page similar दिख रहा है, but it has a purpose beneath it, right? So we give them a valuable resource in return of the information, and there's a video attached to actually nurture the prospect. On the second page, there is a thank you video, which actually builds that nurturing part over the edge. So it's like we give them an option also. So instead just people randomly giving the information, and our sales team will reach out to us, what we do, we give them an option to book a call with us. So if you remember, पुराने वाले मेथड में क्या होता था कि टीम आती थी और कॉल करती थी. Here we are automating the whole process. कि आपके पास सीधा ऑप्शन है, if you are in a really hurry, आपके पास एक कैलेंडर होगा, which is being integrated in a way कि the prospect can choose a specific date and time and book the desired meeting time. कि मेरे को इस टाइम में मीटिंग चाहिए. And once they book the meeting time, there is another video which is using the same framework of hook, story, and offer to actually make them make sure that they show up at the call. So इससे show up rate बढ़ता था. So if you notice, less number of leads will be solved by this framework using from traffic generation to actually bringing them up on the call. Second, high cost per lead. This will be solved by giving them something valuable in return for the information. Third point, poor quality leads. So the funnel is designed in a way that it nurtures the prospect at every different stages of the buying cycle. And you might probably be wondering कि इन सब के अंदर meetings भी आ रही, सारी चीज़ें आ रही. So whole process, the whole ecosystem is created in a way that everything is automated. So whenever a user goes to the landing page, gives information, books the meeting, everything is automated using automation tools. और ये सारी leads आपके CRM में और sheet में आ जाती है. Plus you will be directly getting video meetings. So let's say if you are a coach, consultant, if you are selling some services, कुछ भी consultations, so directly video meetings आएंगी. You have to take the calls, you have to explain the services, and they will be warmed up enough to not to ask what do you do, what do you offer, since how long you are doing it. So ये पूरा उस से created होता है. And ultimately, if your sales teams are good enough, you will be directly closing the money. And you might be wondering, there are a lot of leakages कि let's say किसी ने रिसोर्स लिया बट इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दी, किसी ने मीटिंग बुक करी पर शो अप नहीं करा, किसी ने मीटिंग बुक करी बट वो आना भूल गया. So there is a WhatsApp drip sequence and email sequence that we have created, and this is something that we have tested for the over the period of time. So if you'll see कि let's say किसी ने रिसोर्स लिया बट कैलेंडर में मीटिंग बुक नहीं करी, so there is a WhatsApp sequence कि हर एक घंटे बाद 2 दिन बाद एक मीटिंग का उनको लिंक जाएगा that we are closing this offer, and if you want to actually have a conversation with one of our team, you could directly click the link and book your scheduled meeting. So this is how the whole funnel works and actually solve these 3 problems. Now you might be wondering, Vishal, this looks great, this looks better, definitely better than the old framework that people have been using in the market in 2025. But what is that, how actually it is fruitful? So for that, you need to go through one of our clients' video where we have actually dissected and told that how one of our clients, brand name is Jolfest, who did almost 8 figures in just 20 days. And guys, this is the exact same funnel that we have integrated for them. Just go through the video, understand their experience, how they've been doing, and they're actually using this old strategy before. And I'm sure you might be struggling with these things. So if you really wanted to have better number of leads, less cost per lead, and quality of the lead should be top notch, just click on the button below, book a one-on-one strategy session. Most probably me or my team will take up this call. We'll understand your requirements. We'll see if we can help or not, right? If your business is doing pretty good or not, and how we can actually draft a roadmap where we can help you to scale to 1 CR a month without relying on referrals or marketplaces. This is the funnel. Try to imitate it. Just book a call and I'll see you on the call.